All right, we are back with another Pick'em video. Going to be talking NFL in this one. It is NFL Sunday. It's also Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. Hopefully, they're surrounded by your family. I know I've been traveling around a lot, so definitely happy to get you guys out a video. But again, NFL today. Super excited to go over some football. Haven't done it in a while, but we will pick up back with the NBA starting on Christmas. And we're going to attack the board a little bit differently. The stacking opportunities on Prize Picks are huge. You definitely got to take advantage of Prize Picks still letting us stack these and getting the fixed odds, because a lot of these other platforms are picking up on that and starting to change their payouts based on like you stacking a quarterback with a tight end or a quarterback with a wide receiver and whatnot. So going to be definitely attacking some stacking opportunities. And before we get into things, always want to go over the plays, good days or bad days. We had a pretty solid day today and went 4 for 5 in this Kobe White line. Very, very tough for us. Had an entire quarter to grab this rebound, and definitely some controversy on the night. I want to pull up a clip. It's not the best quality clip in the world, but wanted to go this. I don't know if you're going to be hearing this, but here was kind of early in the game. I think it was Jared Allen going up for an alley oop kind of dunk. They called it a turnover. I mean, it could definitely be a turnover, but I mean, you could see it, especially in my eyes, going for that rebound. Is that, an alley oop attempt and a rebound? I don't know. It looks like it. And then if you watch the end of this game when we were really sweating it down the stretch of the game, he literally got a rebound, perfect rebound position, grabs it, and then just trips immediately, falls out of bounds, and it wasn't a rebound. When I say he grabs it, he like had it for a 0.5 seconds, but he should have had the rebound, just ended up tripping and falling out of bounds. So definitely a tough break on that one, but what can you do? That's going to happen sometimes. And yeah, we'll move on. But we'll take the 4 for 5 any day of the week. Shea, definitely a sweaty one for us. It's tough to go under on superstars like this, but again, his line was just saturated too high. And we liked his matchup against LA, went for the under, hit for us, even though it was close. Sabonis on the other side of things was very, very close. Ended up going like Jokic style in the fourth quarter, was diming up everybody, had like 4 or 5 assists in a row as Sacramento kind of tried to make a late push in that game, and then got an offensive rebound really with, I think, under a minute left. But that was a sweaty one, got there. And then Brandon Miller didn't even come close. Jalen Brunson torched Milwaukee, but they ended up losing by a decent amount. But he got there in points alone. So let's go ahead and attack the board here. Again, we're talking NFL. I'm going to give you guys 2 plays or like 2 stacking opportunities. And then another play that I'm just really, really liking, a rushing attempts play to get you guys 5 plays. And we're going to be doing this on Prize Picks. But again, I highly recommend you guys, if you're only on Prize Picks and you've been on the fence about getting other pick'em websites or pick'em platforms, I highly recommend it because sometimes it's good to line shop. If you're getting discounts on a line on other things like Underdog, you can go ahead and attack that. So if you want a 100% deposit match, use my link in the description. Just let them know that I sent you there. It helps me out for sure. But if you want access to maybe lines that aren't on Prize Picks, aren't on Underdog, lines that are too high of likelihood to hit, you can attack those sort of things on Sleeper. And right now, they're doing a $500 deposit match. So I highly recommend, if you're on the fence about Sleeper, if you're interested in this type of stuff, go in there, put in your $500, $100, whatever it is. They'll deposit match up to 100 or up to $500 right now. So this is a limited time offer. I would get your best bang for your buck and put the whole thing in. That's what I do. It's just free money at the end of the day. I do want to clarify that you will have to play through this. So it's play through money. So you can't just put your $500 in and then take it out. I think I misspoke when I ended my last video about saying that. I meant like in a few days you could be betting $20, $10 units, and then eventually you're not going to lose every single time. Eventually you're going to get that money back, and then you will have withdrawable funds and be able to just attack with house money. So that's always fun. I always take advantage of these promo funds because they really can be just free money at the end of the day. And then Chalkboard, another very interesting one, similar to Sleeper. You can get those lines that aren't on Prize Picks or Underdog, but you can also alternate the lines. So that's kind of their big draw. So if you like, again, I keep using this example, but let's say you think Curry is going to score 30 points, but you don't know if he's going to score 33 points. That one looks a little bit too steep. You could put this line down to 29.5 and attack it that way. It will adjust the payout, but it gives you that option to do that. So both of these are very, very cool. Sleeper's kind of been here for a little bit. Chalkboard's kind of up and coming. So get in there while you can. Again, use these deposit matches. Use my code or my link. It's Rich Picks for the code on Chalkboard, and it's Rich for the code on Sleeper. And just to incentivize you guys even more to do it, you can get a free week. Just if you do this, send a screenshot to me in my DMs on Discord, and you can get a free week of the Rich Club. And again, if you want to check the Discord out, it's totally free to join that. It's just if you want to get access to all my slips, that's where the Rich Club comes in. So sorry for the plugs, guys. I just, it's important to take advantage of these deposit matches, but it's also good to know that you aren't going to be able to just take out your money once you do that. But you should be able to, win a decent amount, or win. You don't even have to win 50% of the time. You just have to win, maybe 25% of the time, 30% of the time to be able to play with house money. But let's get into the picks here. Enough of that. Let's go to the board. Again, we're attacking some stacking opportunities. I'm going to be talking about a few plays in the 1 o'clock slot, and then a game or another game in the 4 o'clock slot. So if you're even seeing this at 4 o'clock or 3:30 or something, we'll still have 2 picks for you guys there. But let's go into this. Again, my favorite play, maybe not my favorite play, but just one of my favorite plays that's not a stack. It's going to be A.J. Dillon at 7.5 rushing attempts. Really, really liking this spot for him. Let's go over to his outlier page and just kind of go over what he's been doing so far this year. And we'll see that's pretty freaking solid. So let's go to his rushing attempts. Last 10, we see 8 of 10 games, and he's absolutely crushed this line. It hasn't even really been close, especially the last 4 games. On the season as a whole, doesn't even get worse. We're thinking 85% of the games, 11 to 13. It's very much a timeshare there with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. And it's a great matchup here against Carolina, giving up a ton of rushing attempts. They're 28th ranked in the league. They give up 29.3 rush attempts per game. And with Green Bay -4 spread, if they find themselves up, they're going to be rushing the ball even a little bit more. So absolutely loving this spot for A.J. Dillon. And yeah, really, really liking this. I do want to go to the odds on this one. It's -121 odds to go over, -105 to go under. But to get a kind of a deeper look at that, we can go ahead and look at Dillon over on RotoWire. Another one of our sponsors, guys. Any of these tools you're seeing me use, I don't want to spend too much time, but Outlier is awesome. Free trial, free week trial. So that's what I started with, the week trial, and it's absolutely awesome. Great value. RotoWire, another one. This is completely free right now, guys. It's a tool that shows you their prediction based on where pick'em sites are at, where sportsbooks are at. You can attack value just based on, other pick'em sites and other sportsbooks have this line boosted by a point or 2 points or whatever it is. Oh, and RotoWire is projecting the over. RotoWire, one of the best projection models out there. That's when you can attack value. So A.J. Dillon, they're loving this one on the board today. 7.5-point line for us. They're projecting 9.5. So again, this is just one data point. I don't just blindly go off this, but it's nice to see that, okay, RotoWire, one of the best projection models out there, is also thinking about this over. So hit rate's been ridiculous. We saw him killing this line all year. Again, he seems to be getting very consistent run even next to Aaron Jones. And yeah, loving this play. Great, matchup and all these things. So really liking A.J. Dillon here for today at 7.5 rushing attempts. It's just too low. But let's get into our stacking opportunities. Again, I got 2 of them for you. We'll start at the 1 p.m. Slot and then go to the 4 p.m. And I'm just going to go to Joe Flacco here, guys. He's been killing it since he's taken the reins there over in Cleveland. Let's go to Flacco. Find us 250 yards, 50.5 passing yards. And we're matching him up with Amari Cooper. So, sticking it easy here. 61.5 right here. We're going over that as well. Obviously, if you don't understand a stacking opportunity, if Flacco is his quarterback and he's going over his passing yards, Amari Cooper is probably going to be going over his receiving yards as his number 1 target. And we've been seeing that the past 3 games that Flacco has been playing, he's really been targeting Amari Cooper, and they've been gelling better and better each of these games. And we'll go into this on Outlier, but just a disclaimer, I guess, on this one. If Flacco doesn't hit this line, it's more likely that Amari Cooper doesn't hit this line. So these are likely to hit together or miss together. But I'm really, really liking it. Let's jump into Outlier, see what he's been doing so far this year. I already pulled up his page, but 250.5. Loving to see the DVIG odds here, getting some EV on this. And as I kind of mentioned it, he's just gotten better and better each game. 254, 311, 374. Against LA, Jacksonville, and Chicago, not the best passing defenses in the world, but he gets another one here against Houston, 25th rank in terms of passing yards allowed, 239.1. So again, they're not the best defenses, but he's got another one right here. So definitely a solid spot for Flacco to kind of continue to see success here. Let's go see Cooper, see what he's been doing. Again, I kind of alluded to him and Flacco kind of gelling over the past few weeks. But let's pull up his page here. Go to Amari Cooper, and we'll see his 60.5. Again, we're getting at 61.5 on Prize Picks, you might be thinking, oh, you're not attacking value. But again, we're attacking the stacking opportunities. A lot of these other pick'em websites and even sports books on FanDuel, this would not be as much of a payout as it is on Prize Picks because they lower the payout when you stack things like that. Pretty much only on Prize Picks, I think they don't do that. But yeah, let's go into this. Amari Cooper, 6 of the last 10 games, he's gone over this. But we did see, again, this is against LA, then this is against Jacksonville, and then this is against Chicago. He's getting tons of targets as well. He just got to, corral those passes. And again, he should, looking really good. Maybe even goes over this 100-yard line, which would be crazy for us. But yeah, really good spot for both of these guys. I'll show you the projections here for Amari Cooper. You can see Prize Picks is also kind of liking this one. Again, we're seeing the dip on the pick'em sites, but Underdog, if you did it on Underdog, if you were attacking stacking opportunities on Underdog, they would limit your payout, so they lessen your payout. But RotoWire projecting 65.82 yards, so loving to see that on our 61.5 line. But yeah, let's continue going here, guys. Get you guys these last two stacks. And this is an interesting one for sure. Kind of some injury news about this game. But I'm going to go to Trevor Lawrence. Him himself had like concussion protocol, but he's traveling with the team. Looks like he's going to play. But I'm going to his 254.5 yards and just going to match him up with Calvin Ridley. Obviously, no Christian Kirk in this one, but also potentially no Zay Jones. So let's go to Calvin Ridley. And again, this is a good stacking opportunity because if Trevor Lawrence goes over his passing yards, Calvin Ridley is probably going to be his best receiver, his number one receiver for this game with no Christian Kirk, especially with no Zay Jones, who's been getting a ton of targets lately. And again, you might be concerned about this one for the injury news or injuries stacking up for this team. But again, we'll be seeing a lot of Evan Engram. We'll be seeing a lot of Parker Washington. There's going to be other guys stepping up in this role. And Trevor Lawrence has been hitting this line consistently. So if he comes in healthy, that concussion's not bothering him, which I don't think it will be if he's going to play. Really liking the stacking opportunity. So let's go to his line over here. We'll go to Trevor Lawrence first. And we'll go ahead and find his passing yards. We'll just get in here to his page. Let's go to his passing yards. Again, what are we at, 254? Yeah, 254.5. So PrizePicks has bumped this a little bit. But again, we're taking advantage of some stacking opportunities, so that doesn't bother me too much. The biggest thing here, guys, is his hit rate obviously is very good so far this year. He's very consistent on the year as well. 8 of 14 on the year, but 5 straight games he's gone over this and going up against one of the worst passing defenses in the league in Tampa Bay, 263.9. So again, just seeing a decent amount of value on this one. And if he gets there, it's going to be Ridley doing a lot of the damage. Evan Engram will probably have a solid role in it as well. And then Parker Washington's got probably the guy that I see stepping up into a bigger role if Zay Jones ends up sitting. If Zay Jones plays, it's definitely a boost, maybe even a better boost for Lawrence. He'll probably get this line a little bit easier. But if Zay Jones is out, obviously Ridley gets that boost. And, hopefully we see these other guys step up into a bigger role. So I'm liking this spot for him. Bad defense in terms of Tampa Bay, giving up passing yards, 263.9. That's just around, what we need for him. And again, he's been very consistent, especially the last few weeks. But again, hopefully that doesn't have too much to do with Zay Jones and more to do with Trevor Lawrence. So this is probably my least favorite of the two stacks. But again, really liking this, attacking a bad defense. Let's open up. We just saw Trevor Lawrence, so let's go to Ridley here. Again, you could add Engram to this. I think he's going to be a big part of this, and Parker Washington as well. I kind of mentioned both of them. But let's go to Ridley. We'll see his page, not the best in the world. Again, this was kind of the Zay Jones show the past few games. But before that, Ridley was kind of the guy. Christian Kirk, obviously, not there in the equation either. But yeah, liking the spot for both of them. And again, love the stacking opportunities we can do on PrizePicks. So just a quick recap. We'll go over it. We're doing A.J. Dillon over 7.5 rush attempts. Him and Aaron Jones kind of really have that timeshare down. He's actually gone over in the 6 games, I want to say, that Aaron Jones has played this year with A.J. Dillon. Dillon's crushed this line every single time. So it's not like, if Dillon plays or if Jones plays, it's a bad thing for Dillon. They very much into timeshare. They've been doing it now for 2 or 3 years. So yeah, really liking this spot for him against Carolina. Joe Flacco and Amari Cooper, kind of a combo stacking opportunity for Cleveland. Again, their chemistry has been very solid the past few games, and it's just gotten better. So love this spot against Houston, another kind of poor passing defense. And then again, attacking a matchup here for Trevor Lawrence. If he comes in, plays this game healthy, I think he can do this and hit this line for us. He has done it in the past 5 games, and Ridley will be his number 1 guy, especially if Jones is out of this one. So that's our 5 plays. Hopefully you get this one and watch this, and then get right back to your families. It is Christmas time, so I don't expect too many people to see this, but I wanted to stay consistent, and you better believe that I'll get an NBA video out for you guys on Christmas. So if I could ask you guys for one little present, it would just be to hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Like the video, comment anything down below, and then if you want to go ahead, use any of my links for sign up bonuses or free trials, definitely go ahead and do that. But I do want to say, happy holidays to everyone. I appreciate everyone that, watches, subscribes, and all these things. But more importantly, have a great day. Enjoy time with your families. Eat some good food. Get all fat and jolly. And let's make some money tonight at the same time. Peace out.